because those are summoning sickness creatures. Everything is a non-creature. I mean, you can see the power of Mentor. It's pretty darn good overall. So. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today different type of deck because I wanted to make something pretty cool, and we went with Invasion of Arcavios, the only wish card in the standard right now, and a pretty amazing one. And Invasion of Segovia, which enables the most crazy turns you have ever seen, especially together with Monastery Mentor. Man, if you like triggers, you will see triggers today. So the idea for the deck was that we have Nahiri's Warcrafting, that's why we need red, together with Iconoclast, and we can crack Invasion of Segovia even if they defend it. If they don't, it's just easier, but we can do it always. And when we crack it, the rest of the deck needs to thrive. So we have 4 considers, double play with fire. We have some counter spells which usually win the game at some point from my experience. And light up the night is your win con. We have 1 in the main board, 1 in the sideboard. We also have Meeting of Minds and Transcendent Message for your card draw. Together with Consider, I have found that usually have the value, unless you are very unlucky on the draws. We have sideboard, so Dissipate, you need some counterspell. Alchemist Gambit is probably the most interesting card from the sideboard. You scale so insanely hard that you can very often cast it for 3, because when you untap and you get all those tokens as a mana and 1 light up the night, you can probably kill your opponent from, I don't know, 30 life or even higher. So if you can just get 1 single turn, you probably win the game with this one. I think you can experiment with this one. I wanted 1 farewell in case things go wrong. I want to make sure that I have at least 1 sweeper always. So this is the deck, and about the video today, because there's something I wanted to ask you. So basically you will see some not many ranked games, and you will see probably mostly unranked games, because honestly they were really fun, much more fun than the ladder games. I queued into the ladder, I have seen 3 mono-reds in a row, and I went unranked. Because the whole deck doesn't matter. The only part that matters is how much removal do you draw. So I think it makes for a pretty boring video, especially that you have seen the matchup, and even if you hit all this removal, like they won't even wait until you play your spells, because they don't care. They already, you know, roll their dice and they're on to the next match to roll the next dice. So yeah, it's not great content, and honestly this is definitely not a tier 1 deck. So if I'm about to show you games from ranked, I would probably have to D-rank like crazy with this one. So that was a question, because I honestly don't mind unranked games. I think they're really cool. It makes, you know, more variety because people are playing different decks there. And I wanted to ask if you guys have an opinion on this. Do you enjoy unranked games? I think they're just more entertaining to watch than, you know, just seeing mono-red every second game. Unless we just tank the rank, and honestly I don't really care about the rank, so I'm fine with it as well. It's a bit worse for the channel, I guess, so that's something to consider. So tell me in the comments, guys, how you feel about it, because it's hard to make creative deck or the one that is cool, because mono-red just destroys coolness. It's up to you guys. Tell me what you think. I'm really interested about your mind on this one. I'm a bit torn myself, but for today I went unranked and I really like the results. So yeah, let's go with it. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Tell me in the comments how you feel, and enjoy the games. So we actually will try to hit something interesting. Skipping red mana, a bit risky, but I hope we'll draw it at some point. Alright, the next land will be this one. We'll go with Wedding Announcement and start to go from there. We'll start to go from there. And that's a Beast Scholar. Huh. We don't have other plays, let's just get on with it. This is card you really have to answer immediately, or it goes absolutely over the top. And they usually don't have more than 1. Like they shouldn't, alright? And this is something that can stay on the board, so we can go for Wedding Announcement then. Second red, I mean the one I discarded, would help a lot. So let's go for Wedding Announcement, start doing something on the board. And we keep play with fire. We probably don't want to use it, but who knows, maybe. And let's see what the play is. Another B-score. This is definitely a target for play with fire. Alright, what exactly are you doing? Man, what is this? Enters the battlefield with X counters. Alright, so it will be 1-1. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 creatures, and he will... No, he will... Yeah, he will, because this will be a 3-3. Put a counter on target creature, so we absolutely need to get rid of this. Like, there's no... Man, I'm so happy I hold this 1 mana. So now he doesn't get the Convoke. We're getting Convoke. So we will try to get rid of his creatures, because we should have more overall. Let's go for the red-blue. I mean, we are starting to get somewhere. On the next turn we can draw quite a lot of cards, and he probably doesn't know about it. And his board is very lackluster. Backup, assigned toughness. Cool. I mean, that's a lot of counters overall. I would prefer him to be a bit slower, not like triple play on this turn, because this is the turn when we want to have a little bit of leniency, you know? But we'll take it, it's fine. We cannot block. On the next turn we flip Wedding Announcement, and that should be enough, honestly. With the message we can draw so many cards overall. Invasion of Segovia, that's interesting as well. So this costs 3 mana and it gives basically 3 mana, so it's good. So let's go. Because we get 1 token from this, and we get 2 creatures from this, so it's basically 3 mana for the message. Yeah, and we can draw 4 cards and create a token. I mean, that's okay. Don't forget that on the next turn we flip the Wedding Announcement, and our board is actually more scary than the Celestia aggro deck, and they cannot beat it, even without the message. I guess. Alright, pretty rough hand so far, but maybe. With Wedding Announcement, maybe we can make it work. We will hit Segovia, probably we'll play 4 of those, so it should be somewhere on top. And we just need some lands, and we can curve out and start making some plays. We definitely start with this one, so we can go for Spirited Companion. Our opponent is playing Rakdos, alright. I mean, the dock is pretty good draw. It gives us some board presence, it is annoying, and it gives us some good card draw. Alright, I mean, we are doing it, we are fixing it slowly but surely. Haha, gotcha. Wanna remove out? No, I guess not. Makes kind of sense. Let's go with Wedding Announcement, no blue, so they cannot answer it efficiently. The best one will be a sweeper at some point, but it's far into the future. And honestly, we could start attacking with 2 of them. Alright, I think we go for Sokenzan, but we definitely want a lot of creatures. It helps us with Convoke, helps us with attack. Overall, pretty good trade. We don't need too much. Like, 5 lands is enough, at least for now. You know, it's always good to have more, but those 2 creatures can make all the difference. Especially if we are trying to flip battles, you know. Like, even small attack means that it goes under 5 defense counters, so Nahiri Warcrafting can answer it. Alright, makes sense. So Jaunt with Soul of Windgrace. Interesting. We definitely go for Sokenzan. That's why we play 2 of them, because they are actually pretty good with the rest of the deck. And we can remove 3 defense counters. Alright, let's give him the decision. It actually might matter. For example, if he has burned down the house in the end, he needs double red, and maybe he doesn't realize that he needs it. Now he might realize. Alright, some lands. No red, so it shouldn't matter. And I much rather have blue. So, how do we play this out? We could go super white and just attack. I think we go for Invasion and try to crack it slowly but surely. And we can take any card we want. That's cool. I will usually go for the sideboard, I guess. And is it Message? Feels like a good call. This will be a long game, kinda. And if we double, like, we make sure that we win the long game, right? They can block only 1 of those, we still draw a card, and now the Nahiri Warcrafting can crack it, and maybe even hit around. Alright, 6-6 in stats. We are at 20. So now we will be exchanging blows, and let's see who can punch harder, because it will hurt us. Oh, that's a good start. That's definitely a good start for them. But it's not even a 2-turn Lifar, you know? That I think might matter at the end game, but I think we're okay with it. So, Nahiri Warcrafting. I really want doubling the spells, because that might be super annoying for them. So how does it exactly work? Look at the top cards. You may exile one of those cards, and the rest goes to the bottom. I don't have the correct mana, man. I don't think I can hit it in any way. Maybe consider, but then I don't have blue, so we decline. Respectfully. But I mean, we get the stuff. That's a good start. And this copies every spell, not only the first one. So we will go with consider and try to make something on the next turn. I mean, this is pretty huge, and we are at 5. Yep. A ramp is annoying, but we cannot answer it yet. Pretty scary. I want to hold up the counter spell because I don't need to pay casualty to force 4 mana. So no, it's pretty good. And if they don't use it, man, lack of blue mana is pretty... Oh boy, please stop. Alright, I guess it's like this then. Sure. Man, like, Make This Appear is not a rare card. It's kinda obvious we might have it. Alright, so first let's start with Consider, because we have cool cards that we might hit with this. Meeting of Minds. So we go burn down the house and then draw some cards. I mean, this is pretty good, so maybe the second card will be a bit dicey. Let's try to hit something more interesting. Alright, I mean, that's something. Alright, let's go for this one. Hopefully he doesn't have another Geeks command. We do not attack. I don't believe that makes any difference. And we can draw a lot of cards. If we untap, I think we win the game. A tally. Alright, let's go. Make This Appear. And Soul of Windgrace, which kills his old one. So not the best Etali hits for sure. Oh, and we, of course, the auto-tapper absolutely destroyed our blue mana again. Yeah, why wouldn't he? Like, and that was the whole plan, for God's sake. Alright, so how do we go about it? I think we should go for the Mentor and just start to go from there, right? We have a counter spell, we have big tokens, we have everything. And you know what? We even have the blue mana because the tapper did not tap it, somehow. So I think we should be fine. I think we are stabilizing the game. This is the second big turn. We are slowly crawling back into the game. This is the turn when he needs to do something extremely impactful. But he needs to do it through counter spells, which might be harder. And we are still drawing 4 cards. Man, this invocation is insane. Like, how are you going to beat it over the long game? Well, the answer is simple. You don't. You just don't. Interesting one. Very interesting. That would suggest he has more Etalis, right? Alright, so we block a lot of stuff here. We probably block with 4 Devils, and the 5th one goes on the Soul of Windgrace, I would guess. Right? Something like this. We could even try to kill it. I mean, with so many cards, we probably are fine with it even. And we just go with the Mentor. It's enough. I mean, show me what you got. He definitely has some combat tricks, or, you know, after the combat tricks. He definitely has something on his mind. But I'll take it. Alright, no, it has convoke. 1, 2. Everything will be tapped. Easy. I mean, do you like triggers? Because we have triggers. Oh, but he just cannot. Like, this would be copied, and every mentor token would grow. Like, this would be crazy in one turn. And we even had a counter spell. This is what I like about the deck. Alright, opponent goes first. I mean, the hand is absolutely not great. I think it's so not great we actually mulligan it. Yeah, this one is way better. We don't have lands, but we will hit them, play with fire. Probably like this, right? I think this is the play. You know what? I like my mulligan hand. I think it's acceptable. And we're against Jungle Hollow. Oh, this is perfect draw. This is actually extremely important. Now we have all the cores for the mana, so it is fixed. Let's see, this is the big play, right? Because we cannot answer it. Alright. Sorry. We say go. And yeah, this will be the next turn. And yeah, I mean, we have untapped lands, we have some make disappears. We probably want to build into Mentor, into Consider. Man, fresh new cards. Man, Unranked is so much more interesting than High Mythic. Well, you have the card and you are still thinking so long. I should snooze as well, I guess. So yeah, we will keep Consider. It's actually a good card for this situation. He stepped out fully, so we will go with Invasion of Segovia. They cannot answer it easily, and the tokens will be irritating at some point. Man, I was so surprised those 1/1s have trample. I know I wasn't the only one, because it seems that the battle will make them longer, like stronger, like bigger, something like this. I mean, I guess it has some meaning with the Segovia, right? Because everything there is super small, I guess. I read. I attack. What will you say? This is something he might respect or he might not. Somehow I feel that he won't block. Which might make our play different. So they obviously... So this will be their first spell. They will make a treasure and then there will be 2 mana to play something. I think we just go with the Mentor, and we say, enjoy. Here go, my friend. I hope you will make your turn worthwhile. This is interesting card. Probably not good, but interesting. And the fact that you can put stuff into the battlefield can matter as well. The point with Gala Greeters is that they get the value, but not on the same turn. The treasure token is tapped, and that's a big difference. And honestly, it feels a bit more reasonable this way. But, you know, maybe that's why... maybe because I'm not, you know, playing green most of the time. So, let's try to be fair here. Definitely no need for more lands. We need something... I mean, nice selection, bro, I guess. Alright, so how do we do it? How do we do it? We go like this for sure. And let's go all in. He doesn't really want to block. Theoretically we can play this and draw 1 card. But we flip it anyway, so we untap our creatures and then we have double counterspell into insane card though. That should be enough. We end the turn, we untap everything. Man, when you get to this stage, it's insane what you can do. Especially with double make disappear, it makes things even easier. But to be honest, I would just like to draw a lot of cards. We can draw, what, 6 cards? At end step? that's a lot for turn 5. Alright. I need some snooze icons. I won't be this guy. Like, I get his point. It's a lot of text, man. And you want to try to understand it, and cool. I mean, I enjoy your Atraxa. Have fun. So it doesn't really matter how we tap for this one. Let's make sure it's countered by whatever, and we get more. Man, when those triggers stack, it's insane what happens on the board. The fact that you get a new creature, like, he's so out of this game, he doesn't even realize it. He's also fully tapped. So we go for 5 spells? Are you serious right now? I mean those... Yeah. And we also get new tokens for the next turn that will be ready to attack with all of the stuff we're throwing. I mean, it seems pretty good. Not sure how you feel about it, but it seems good. Alright, let's enjoy the show, I guess. I should probably check out the taps, but it's just way too fun, alright? Like, look at this stuff. And I will consider. And we make even more stuff, more triggers. It's getting pretty ridiculous. And no land, thank you. We draw something. I mean, kinda perfect, right? This is a good tap, because those are summoning sickness creatures. Everything is a non-creature. I mean, you can see the power of Mentor. It's pretty darn good overall. So, we tap for convoke, we tap for convoke, and we tap for convoke. And we also... oh, this one has summoning sickness. Pretty cool. I mean, more triggers, right? And do we kill him on this turn? Nice lands. Alright, let's do this. Should help a little bit. He probably has another attract side he's playing, I would guess. But yeah, he needs to sacrifice a little bit of stuff. I mean, he's alive, right? That's what counts. So let's go for this, let's go for blue. For this one, because it gives both. And the devil, in case he wants to attack, we can block with the devil and just kill him. I mean, that was a good turn. That was really good turn, and Monastery Mentor definitely defended his Mythic status. And I mean, what could be better final than just countering the one spell for 0 mana? We don't need lands. And we get also... like, look at this. This is one of the most over-the-top decks ever. When it goes off, it's just ridiculous, man. Alright, we're going first. Yeah, we keep it. I guess we keep it. So, we need red mana first, so let's start like this. It should be in this one, so we have full no, we need the red one, so it's okay. It's actually okay. And now we can go for both spells. We're against some kind of mono black, or maybe the mirror. Alright. This is getting interesting. Honestly, Burn Down the House is not the worst card against their deck, but it's also not the best. Let's see. So I expect a counter spell, right? So be it. Because sometimes they don't hit it. And if you play creature like this, it's insanely perfect target for a removal. It does nothing, it's extremely expensive, it's one of your best cards if it goes off. So, you know, go for the throat would absolutely murder this play. And somehow, we are in kinda control of the game, maybe. I wonder if we can play Meeting of the Minds on the next turn. Oh, that's something, but we don't have enough mana. So we can play this, play with fire. But that won't be enough, right? Yeah, it won't. Still, we'd probably still use it, right? There's no upside on this turn. So let's not attack, I guess. We'll use it in response. Like, we'll lack 1 mana for Meeting of Minds, so we might as well wait. And they're going for the throat. Sure. I don't need a land. I think we go for the Jace. It is super annoying. So the reason is that we get extra creature, so basically it's 1 mana, 1/1 prowess on top of the damage. And I think flipping Segovia is secondary to just trying to hold the Jace. They're down to 4 cards. We are getting flooded like crazy, by the way. It's not good. It's absolutely not great. So if we play this, what happens? We can go for Meeting of Minds. You know what? I'll take it. I will take it. So we attack Jace, at least we try to. Or we go for Invasion of Segovia. I don't think we need more Convoke right now. So let's just pay with everything. We get more stuff. This gets prowess, so a little bit more damage. And I mean, we are slowly getting there. We still cannot hit our second red mana, unfortunately. But it's getting interesting. They generally don't have sweepers, right? Unless they play Path of Peril or the Battle of Fiora. Battle of Fiora is quite long way from now, especially if we have considering to make disappear. So we just need to untap. Is that fair? Go for the throat? I mean, that's a good draw against us. But we still kill the Jace, right? Alright, so this should be game-winning play. We consider, and I mean we are getting a lot of stuff, man. And I am taking Make Disappears. They are pretty good indeed. Alright, so we go like this and we start to crack the battle. Jace is out of the field, they have no permanent, card advantage and board presence. So let's see. This will be definitely a casualty turn. I will pay 2. I will sacrifice a creature. And it's worth it, we get extra creature, we get all the prowess. And they only have 2 mana, so I think they're out of the game after this turn. So sometimes you don't really need to go for the wish board and all this crazy stuff. All you need to do is just make a lot of creatures and hit them. Still no second threat. Makes sense. Alright, so we probably go like this. This means we get second threat from this convoke. Though we don't have anything that we want to flip, so I guess we go like this. And yeah, I think that should be enough. We also untap all the stuff, so I guess. On the next turn we could go for Nahiri Witchcrafting. And we will see how it goes. And let's untap all the best creatures. They are white, they are colorless, so a bit worse mana overall. I mean, I will do it. This is their scarce card because there are no invokes. I pay 2. And I sacrifice the same creature as usual. And we get even more stuff, and they're out of the game. Yeah, like, it felt kinda bad for them. Alright, we're going first. We have the dog. We are considering. We have Baral and Kari Zeph, so nothing can go wrong. We'll see what the next... Yeah, this will be Companion into Baral, probably. We'll see what we are facing. Oh, that changed a little bit. Do we risk it? Yeah, like we need to try at least. I'm not saying it's the best play, but it's definitely by far the coolest play you will see. Especially if you can chain consider into something more. Oh my god, there's Segovia. I cannot say no to this, man. I absolutely cannot. Like, man, look at my board. I just started the game. This poor guy just played his second land. I feel nearly as obnoxious as a mono-red on the play. Alright, let's see. No sweeper on this turn. A duress. I mean, it doesn't hurt so much, especially with the dog. Oh boy. They will not like what they are seeing. Alright, do we do something? I think we try to go. It doesn't feel like they have anything. I will risk it. It might be a game-losing play. Cool, alright. If I misread priority, they just kill it and I got nothing. So, not amazing. Absolutely not amazing. So we play... So the next turn can be sweeper. We probably want to prepare a little bit. So we go with the dog probably, we untap everything and we try to draw as many cards as possible. I think that's the play. Oh boy, that's an interesting one. First... Oh no, they might have a counter spell. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's a solid board for turn 4, I would say. I expect a sweeper. No double white though. Only 1 white. I mean, we did not even go for the wish board or anything. We just straight up aggroed them to death.